fear has prevented a lot of people from doing the things they were called to do. But here's what I want you to do. Here's my recommendation. See, in life, you got to have this approach like Noah. You see, Noah was given the blueprint. You see, God gave Noah the blueprint to build the ark. So what did he do? He went out and he built the ark. He united his family and he gathered the animals. He has never seen rain before. He has no idea what it is. But he went out there because he got the blueprint. In spite of fear, in spite of what naysayers and haters are going to say, he went out and he took action. So I want to encourage you tonight. You already got the blueprint. God may have given you the blueprint. Maybe a family member gave you the blueprint. Maybe a best friend gave you the blueprint. But now, because of fear, you're thinking, what if I fail? You're thinking, what are others gonna say? I've done something like this before. I've been there before and it never worked. I've failed before, so what? Understand that failure plus failure is success. That's what it takes. So you have that blueprint. You got to build that ark. You got to do exactly what Noah did. Build the ark, united his family, and he gathered the animals because he anticipated that it was going to rain. And I want you to know that it's going to rain in your life. It's going to rain in your finances. It's going to rain in your business. It's going to rain in your health. It's going to rain in your wealth. It's going to rain. And because it's going to rain, you got to do this in spite of fear. Here's why you got to do it in spite of fear. Here's why you got to tell your story. You see, one of your most powerful assets that you have is your story. A lot of people are so afraid of telling their stories because they are a fear of what other people are going to say. They're afraid of how other people are going to receive it. They're afraid that it's not as good as other people's story. It is your story. It is the perfect story. When all is said and done, you share your story, you give God the glory, and you're going to change life. It is the value that you provide. It is the story that you bring to others. Understand that there are a lot of times where people are going through the same thing. People may have been where you are. People are where you were. And because you shared your story, because you were able to provide value, now it changes lives. Now it touches lives. Now it does something for an individual and it takes them from where they are to where they were meant to be. So tonight, you want faith over fear. Just build it. Again, the bottom line is Noah, he got the blueprint from God. He couldn't care less. He has never seen it rain. He built the ark. He united his family and he gathered the animals because he knew that it was going to rain. So tonight, even if for the last year, things weren't great in your life. Even for the last 6 months, it wasn't all that good. Even since the year started, it's not looking all that great. I want you to know it's going to rain in your life. It's going to rain in your business. It's going to rain in your finances. It's going to rain. It is absolutely just going to rain in your health and in your wealth. You see, this is an opportune time to choose faith over fear. This is an opportune time in our country to do things that you have always wanted to do. It doesn't make sense to because of fear, you live paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't make sense that because of fear, you're not living your best life. It doesn't make sense because of fear, you don't venture into entrepreneurship. Let me tell you this. You see, one income is not a stream. It is a puddle. I'll say that again. If you have one income, it ain't a stream. It is a puddle. And when the sun comes, puddles always get dried up. So you don't want to sit back and relax in your comfort zone of having that one income. People say I have one income stream. It ain't a stream. Again, it is a puddle. You want a stream. So you got to venture out. You got to be creative. You got to be bold. You got to act in spite of fear so you can position yourself to win and to win big. Go build it. In spite of the naysayers. Go build it in spite of the haters. The life that you envision for yourself, you gotta have faith, you gotta believe, but first and foremost, you gotta see it. You gotta believe it. You gotta trust it. You gotta trust in the process. You gotta believe that you are doing something that is gonna position you and your family to win. Let me share something real quick with you. I'm gonna share this. If you listen to my lives, you may have heard this multiple times, but I want to share this. You see, 3 years ago, when our daughter was sick and terribly sick in multiple hospitals in multiple states for several months, I remember it came to a time when we were praying so hard, and the harder we pray, the worse the situation got. That was the reality. And I started planning. I started preparing for life after the hospital. I started planning for when my daughter was 12, when she was 18, when she was 21, that she'll never be the same again. And I could not see it. And I said to my wife, we're in a terrible situation right now. It is crazy. I understand that it's ridiculous, but I've prayed and I'm trying to plan for after the fact, and I cannot see it, so it doesn't exist. How many of us on here knows that if you don't see it, it doesn't exist? And it works on the flip side too. How many of us on here right now understand that when you see it, it does exist? I'll say that again. When you don't see it, it doesn't exist. When you see it, it does exist. So what kind of situation don't you see yourself in? You don't see yourself living paycheck to paycheck. You don't see yourself not living your best life. You don't see yourself not building a business and being a successful entrepreneur. You don't see yourself not positioning people to being the very best version of themselves. You don't see yourself not taking the risk. You don't see yourself not committing. If you don't see yourself not doing those things, understand that on the flip side, if you see yourself being successful, if you see yourself helping 1,000 people, if you see yourself positioning other people to win, if you see yourself being a multimillionaire, if you see yourself building a business that is going to position people to win, if you see yourself as an individual that's going to pour into others so they can get that glow, they can overflow, they can grow, and they can show other people how to do it. If that is what you see, if you see it, it doesn't matter what the naysayers say, it doesn't matter what the haters say, because you see it, you know it, you feel it. Go build it again. God gave Noah the blueprint to build the ark. He built it. He united his family. He gathered the animals. It has never rained before, but he knew, he understood it is about to rain. And that's what I'm here to tell you tonight, that it is about to rain in your life as well. It is about to rain. You may have failed 100 times, but what if the next opportunity is the opportunity? You may have tried 1,000 times, but what if the next try you make that's the one that's going to make the difference? You may have fallen 1,000 times, but what if the 1,001 time that you got up, that you get up, that you rise up, that you elevate yourself, that is the moment. That is your moment. That's the opportunity that is going to change your life, not just change yours, but position other people to win and to win big. So I want you to understand in your mind, your mindset, if you believe it, if you trust in it, if you understand it, just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter how they look at you, because God gave you the blueprint. And the blueprint that you have, if it is sent to you by God, God understood that you are the architect, and you're going to build that vision. You're going to build that building. You're going to put that dream and make it into reality. You see, he wouldn't give it to you if you weren't capable. But a lot of us, we have the capability, but we ain't available. You see, it's not about what you're capable to do. God want to know you are available. Make yourself available. Go and work it. Go and do it. Do it nasty. Do it messy. Do it, fail at it, and then you get, because once God has given you that blueprint, you understand that at some point it's gonna rain, and you gotta get ready. You gotta be ready. You gotta go strong. You gotta go big. You gotta do it fast. You gotta get it done right now. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand, you see, 2021 is not a year to sit around and second guess and third guess and fourth guess yourself. It's not the year to get validation from other people. You see, forget the validation and go based on your inspiration. I'll say that again. Forget the validation and go based on your inspiration. What are you inspired to do? What are you motivated to do? Because the people around you sometimes understand, the closest people to you are sometimes the most detrimental. They don't get the vision. They don't see the vision. I get this revelation. I got this revelation with my wife a few years back, sometime back. And I said, listen, I said, oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. This was revealed to me. You see, we spend so much time convincing other people to see our vision. Understand it's not theirs. They ain't gonna see it. You just gotta work with it. You just gotta move with it. You just gotta build it. Because as you continue to build your vision, it's gonna become a reality and other people are gonna see it. Other people are gonna recognize. But don't waste your time and trying to convert unbelievers. Don't waste your time trying to convert and convince people that don't have the same 2020 line of vision that you have about what you're about to do. Don't wait for validation. Don't wait for recognition. You got the inspiration. You got the blueprint from God. You just got to go build it. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to come on here, man, and inspire you a little bit, pour into you, because I've seen people just get lackadaisical, just sitting around and waiting for the people that are closest to them to believe. Forget that. Waiting for people that are around them to run with them. They ain't going to run with you. They're going to wait until you finish the race. They're going to say, hey, let's celebrate. They never want to run beside you. They want to celebrate with you. But understand that God is not throwing blessings in your comfort zone. He is throwing it in the end zone. Where you at? So where are you right now in life? Where are you at? If you're in the comfort zone, God is throwing those blessings above your head. You're just going to watch them pass by. You got to get in the end zone, because that's where he's throwing those blessings. Where you at? Are you in the end zone or are you in your comfort zone? You got to get in the end zone. If you're in the end zone, it doesn't matter how many people are there. The blessings God is throwing to you, you're going to catch them anyway. But if you're not there, understand your absence from the end zone does not stop the flow of blessing. God is still throwing your blessing anyway. It does not stop the distribution of blessing. So if you're not there, somebody else is going to catch it. If you ain't there and I'm there, I'm going to catch your blessing. God ain't going to stop throwing that blessing. But when you're there, it doesn't matter how crowded, it doesn't matter how empty, it doesn't matter where you at in that end zone. Your name is on it. You're going to catch it. Understand, where are you right now? Are you in the end zone? Are you in your comfort zone? You see, in the comfort zone, you chill. You see, in the comfort zone, you miss opportunities. In your comfort zone, fear kicks in. In your comfort zone, you ain't at your optimum. In your comfort zone, you ain't popping. In your comfort zone, it ain't lit. In your comfort zone, nothing ain't going on. You gotta get in the end zone, because that's where God is throwing that blueprint. That's where he's throwing the blessing. That's where the ball is going. You gotta get down in the end zone, because God is about to bless you. It's about to rain. That ball, those goals, those blessings is about to rain in the end zone. So where you at? Where you at? See, this is your time. This is your opportunity. Understand that there are times in life you're going to be planting. I want you to understand this, and I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to wrap this up in 20 minutes. I want you to understand this last thing I'm about to say to you. You see, understand this. There are many times in life when you're building something big, and when you look, you can't see nothing. When you look, you can't see any result. But you have to understand that if you're putting up a structure, if you're putting up a building that is going 100 floors up, the foundation got to be deep. So a lot of times people see nothing happening. A lot of times people ain't recognizing. A lot of times seem like you're wasting time. You see, when they rise up, faster than you do, only because what they're building ain't as big as you are. They're building a building with 2 floors. You're building a building with 200 floors. So the foundation has got to be deep. The foundation has got to be strong, because if it's not, when you get to the 200th floor, it's going to fall right down. So if you don't see it, if you can't see the results right now, keep building, keep digging. It's just that you're digging a foundation for something real big. But when you come on up, when people start seeing that result, when they start to see it, they don't understand that the foundation is so deep. You ain't stopping at the 2nd floor. You ain't stopping at 100th floor. You ain't stopping at 150. You're going all the way to the 200th floor. That's the reason why it took you so long to come above the surface, because the foundation has got to be deep. You are the architect. You are the engineer. God gave you the blueprint. He said, build something for 100 floors. Build something for 200 floors. Not just 1 story, not just 2 stories. Where you at? Where you at? Understand this, ladies and gentlemen. You see, when you're in your comfort zone, you're going to build a 2-story building. But when you're in the end zone, you understand it got to shine. You understand it's going to rain. So I'm telling you right now, it's going to rain on your health. It's going to rain on your mind. It's going to rain in your wealth. It's going to rain in your finances. It's going to rain in your business. It's going to rain in your ministry. It's going to rain in your community. It's going to rain in your body. It's going to rain around you. This is your rain. It may have never rained before, but understand, God gave you the blueprint. You got to build the ark. You got to unite your family. You got to gather the animals, because it is about to rain. And when that rain starts to pour, you're going to get that overflow. You see, the overflow, you see, when it rains, it pours. And see, when you get that overflow, now you are in motion, where you can pour into others, and you're going to help others to grow. You're going to help others to glow, and your overflow is going to bless others so they can flow into other people's lives too. I want you to understand that. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I'm not going to pass 20 minutes on here, but it is about to rain in a lot of people's lives. You see, your vision, when you can see it, it doesn't exist. But if you can see it, it exists. Again, when our daughter was in the hospital, the harder we prayed, the worse it got. And I started preparing for the future. Started preparing for her being 13, started preparing for her being 18, started preparing for her being 21. And I could not see her not being the little girl we know her to be. And I said, honey, don't worry about it. I can't see it, so it doesn't exist. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. If you can see it, it does exist. So tonight, it is going to rain. God gave you the blueprint. Go build that heart. Unite your family. Gather the animals. Oh, man, it's going to rain. It is about to rain. It is about to rain. It is about to rain, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys. Again, you can leave some comment on this live right here. Please feel free to tag some friends on this as well. Please feel free to reach out to me directly. You can click the link in my bio. My direct line is 786-505-0270. Ladies and gentlemen, the vision is my mission. Reimagining 1 million people's future and transforming 1 million people's lifestyle. That's what it's all about. Love you. God bless.